Hello children, hope you all are doing well and today we are going with our new topic diary writing, right? Let us see. A diary is the record of one's personal feelings. Since it is meant for one's personal use, it is written in an informal style. Sentences need not to be complete. Honesty in expressing one's feeling and reactions is absolutely necessary for a good diary entry. Let us see which points we have to include while writing diary. We have to include the date or time. The date or time can be written at the top of the page like this. You can see over here the example is given like that way. You can write over here on the top date and the time, right? Next point is that, or it can be included on in the few sentences of a diary like it is past midnight, but I am still wide awake because my day has been so exciting. This is important because it tells the reader exactly when the diary is being written. Now, the second point which we have to include is that the sentences should be written in the past tense. Because when we write a diary, we write in the past tense. This is because we are writing about something that has already happened. Now here we can see the example that if we write, I cannot sleep very well as I am so excited about my birthday party. I wake up at 5 a.m. and get dressed. So it's wrong because we are writing diary when the incident is already being done, right? So we have to write it in a past tense like this way. I could not sleep very well as I was so excited about my birthday party. I woke up at 5 a.m. and got dressed. Next is we have to use words such as I, my, we, and our. These words are special because they tell us the diary is being written by someone and they are talking about themselves. We call this kind of writing first person. Let us see some example over here that I played with the new football I got for my birthday. When my brother came home, we went inside our house. So you can see it is being written in first person. But when you write like this way, she played with the new football she got for her birthday. When her brother got home, they went inside their house. So you can see it is not written in a first person, it is written in a third person. Whereas diary is being written by ourselves, so we have to mention always first person over here. Next, we have to write as if you were present over there, right? When we write a diary, we have to make the reader think we are really there. We can also do this by including lots of details and descriptions. So we can see one example is being given over here. My noisy, trustworthy rocket landed on the rocky, uninviting moon at exactly 5 o'clock. I met some hilarious spotty aliens who live in dark, gloomy craters, and we had a picnic of jam sandwiches and moon cakes. So here we have feeling that as we were present over there. Next point is put the most important events in order, right? So when we are writing the diary, the event should be mentioned in order. In a diary, we usually write about the events of our day in the order they happened. So starting with what we did first when we woke up and the finishing with the end of our day. So we include the most important or interesting events while writing the diary. Now here you can see that the sentences are not arranged in a proper manner. So sometimes it seems quite means we can't able to understand what things happened in the beginning and what at the last. In the afternoon, we went up to the battlements to practice my arrow skills. I woke up early and joined the other knights in the main hall for a breakfast. I fell asleep worrying about what tomorrow could bring. I spent the morning practicing sword fighting in the castle yard. So here you can see the arrangements of the ideas are not in a proper order. Actually, when we woke up in the morning from that till we slept till that, we have to arrange our work in a proper sequence. So first it will come, I woke up early and joined the other knights in the main hall for a breakfast. Then I spent the morning practicing sword in the castle yard. Then in the afternoon, I went up to the battlements to practice my arrow skills, and at last I fell asleep worrying about what tomorrow could bring. Next is describe feeling. You have to describe your feeling. A diary is usually a secret place to write how you feel about what has happened to you in that day. In a diary, you might include feelings, hopes, or fears that you wouldn't want anyone to know about. So we'll go through one examples. I changed the poorly soldiers' bandages and cleaned their wounds. Some of the injuries made me feel sick to look at, but I didn't let my disgust show. I couldn't believe we had won the World Cup. I was flooded with disbelief and my whole body tingled with excitement and pride. Next point is you have to use time linking words such as next, first, then. A diary is usually describing lots of events. To make sense of when these events happen, it is helpful to include time linking words such as next, first, and then. If we just use one word such as and to link the events in our diary, it can get very boring, right? So let us see how we have to include. Suppose if it is written, I scrubbed the deck, I climbed the rigging to keep a lookout. We stood to attention for the captain to talk to us. The captain made some walk the plank, right? Now here you can see that when we are reading diary, we don't have any such kind of interesting words in that or linking words in that. But if we link the words along with the various words such as next, first, and then it becomes quite interesting. So now we will read the sentence. First, I scrubbed the deck. Next, I climbed the rigging to keep a lookout. Then we stood to attention for the captain to talk to us. After that, the captain made some walk the plank. Now here you can see that one after the another the incident takes place and it looks quite interesting. Next, we talk about where events happen. As well as explaining when events take place, it is also helpful to explain where they took place. We might want to include the country, city, building, room, or even planet where events take place. So here we can see that I arrived in this tiny English village early this morning. The journey from London was very long and tiring. We waited around for ages in a church hall until different families came to choose us. I was chosen by a lady called Mrs. Moggs. Now I am writing this in a strange bed in my new room and her thatched cottage, missing my home in the East End. So here you can see that it shows when and where the incident took place, right? Now let us go through the checklist what we have to include in our diary writing while writing the diary. First, include the date or time. Write it in a past tense. Use the words such as I, my, we, and our. Write as if I was there. Write about the most important events in order. Describe feelings. Use time linking words, example next, first, and then, and talk about where events happen. Let us go through Ankita's diary for December 16, 2021. December 16, 2021, 9:30 p.m. Received today our report cards for the second terminals. My marks are okay but nothing to write more about it. It's Anubha's result that took me by surprise. It literally floored me. She has A1 in 5 subjects. Now, that's great. Anupa is a friend and I rejoice at her success, but her success has filled me with a strong resolve. I have got to be at the top. I know I have it in me. I simply don't stretch myself, and that's my weakness. However, from today onwards till the end of March, it's going to be nothing but studies. Movies are out, and so are friendly visits. This time, I am going to keep my promise. My BFF, that is best friend forever, which is written for the diary. It's time to sleep now. Good night. We'll meet soon. Ankita. So, children, I hope that you have understood the diary writing clearly. Thank you and have a joyful day.